and welcome to my FM20 Manchester United Save episode number 2. Today's episode is going to really feature around pre-season, specifically the in and out transfers that are going to be happening, because there's going to be a few ins, there's going to be a few outs, and I want to try and bring it to you in the most detail possible. So this episode is going to be a lot of jump cuts going from contracts to contracts and potential deals to potential deals, just to give you an idea of the players that I'm trying to sign through this first transfer window, seeing whether we can land any of them, and my thoughts on who are my targets for the positions that I mentioned that I wanted to strengthen in episode 1. I think a good place to start, because I've been doing a bit of business, but it's not fully confirmed yet. So, well, let's start with staff. I think staff, as you can see here, we've got this Scott Ainsley guy. He just came in. He was part of the team that was coming in anyway. But Tony Colbert, because our fitness training is just not up to scratch. It was a bit below where all the other training was, so had a little look on the staff search, and this guy is the best that I can come up with, and he's very good really. 19 fitness, with a 15 determination, 18 discipline and 18 motivating, so I'm very pleased with that really. And I realised another place where I could strengthen initially is head of youth development. The original guy, I think his name, what was his name? Summit Cox, or I say it was William Cox. Might be wrong, might be completely wrong there, but yeah, he was our original head of youth development, and I just was looking for his stats and he just wasn't up to scratch. He was decent, there was 13s and 14s, but for a team of Manchester United you need something, you know, at least over 15 really, ideally. So Christian Speakman here from Birmingham, working with youngsters 20, judging player ability 16, judging player potential 17. There you go. There you go. He'll do the job. He's 39. Can't grumble at that. He's accepted the contract. I'm just waiting for him to finalise with the club. As for actual players, the meat and bones, the bit that you're really interested in, we have I've made 2 bids already. Surprise, surprise, we wanted to strengthen centre-back, and surprise, surprise, we've gone for Toby Alderweireld. Now, at age 30, he's in his prime. You've got 2 seasons, really, so you got this season and next season at his absolute maximum. Stat-wise, he's better than anything we've got other than Maguire. And even then, they're very competitive in their overall attributes, and because of his release clause of 25 million, which I can show you here, I thought it was, you know, the perfect guy to get in really, because he's in his prime, he's an elite centre back in this league, he knows the league, you don't need to adapt to it. 25 million for him, get 2 years out of him, and he, in my opinion, one of the best centre backs in the league. I can't really grumble at that, and he's an upgrade from Lindelof and Bailly, so it just made perfect sense. Ashley Young, I'm trying to offload him. Feyenoord have come in with a bid of 2.1 million. It could go up to 3.1. I'm not too bothered about the money, it's more getting him 128k off the wage bill. But he was saying that before this he didn't really want to move because he just signed a new contract, but I'm hoping this deal goes through and we can offload Young. As for Erling Haaland, surprise surprise, got a lot of buzz about him in real life with his performances in the Champions League for Salzburg. On this game he's a wonder kid, which didn't surprise me. I've not researched into any of like the top youth players or anything like that, but I thought this guy might be a good fit. I put in a 12 million bid and it's been accepted, so I'm just waiting back for the contract. So when that happens, I guess I'll show you the contract signing and hopefully we'll finalise this deal through, because he's a cracking young player. Physically very strong, mentally very strong for his age. Technicals could be improved, but his finishing, heading and long shots, penalty taking are all brilliant for his age as well. Moves in the channel, shoots with power, likes to try and beat offside trap, tries offside trap, tries tackle, tries tricks. He's going to be a nice little player for us, right? Scouting, and who have we got on the shortlist? Because I've shortlisted a few players that you might be interested in. This guy, I've rejected this now. He looked good, and he's a young player, so he wouldn't have started. He wouldn't have been our starter this season. Dilo Carrier, hoping I'm not butchering his name, but yeah, he's a good little player for his age and gravitating to good passing ability. Mental's not the best, but with age he would improve. And physically he's fantastic. He's either-footed as well, but I'm just thinking, we've got Bailey Lindelof. If we can get Alderweireld, then we've got Maguire. Like, we should be set. We don't really need. It might be something to look at next season, bringing in a young centre back, because we've got Tuanzebe as well and Fosu Mensah coming through. So I want to try and give them a chance. But if anyone's looking to pick up a cheap young centre back, this guy's your man, because I think I got a bid accepted of 5 million for him. And for 5 million, look at that. Look how good he is. So yeah, anyway, midfield wise, Pellegrini springs to mind. Great advanced playmaker, great on the ball, tries killer balls often, shoots from distance. His long shots aren't the best in theory, but he's got good technical ability, so he'll be able to strike the ball well. Dives into tackles, runs with the ball often. And he's got a release clause of 27 million, so that he's on the cards. I don't really need him. He's not well. I could do with him because he's very good, but yeah, I'm unsure about him as of now. But he could be a great addition to the squad to just bulk up my midfield. I mean, he's better than most of my midfielders other than Pogba, but Pogba's the one who plays in that position, that's the thing. So then he might get frustrated with lack of games, because Pogba's my main man. As for this guy, again, my scouts, within like a day of me starting this save, skip a day ahead, I get loads of scout reports through. This guy pops up, Pedrino. Not gonna lie, never heard of the kid, but looks very exciting for 21. Cheap as well, estimated cost of 8.5 million. I've already put a bid in for him, it's been accepted, but I'm just unsure about whether I'm actually going to do it, because I feel like I need someone of better quality than Lingard, rather than, unless I sell Lingard, have this kid and then someone else on the right, a more experienced player. Remains to be seen. So I guess that wraps it up for now, and I'll come back to you when I've got some more information for you. Right, picking it back up, guys. As you can see, the Haaland 12 million has been rejected. I thought it was agreed, so I'm not going to push too much more than 12 million. I'll go 15 million outright. We've got the money to go outright. We'll make the offer. As for Christian Speakman, he's ready to be accepted. Colbert, accept that as well. On a quick note, Mike Phelan. Yeah, Mike Phelan, I'm moving him to Director of Football, so that'll free up my assistant manager's position to get in someone who's a bit more. Well, I want to keep Mike Phelan because of history with him, success he's had and stuff like that. but stat-wise on the game, he's not as good as what I could get. So moving him to director of football now allows me to fill the assistant manager role with someone with some real great stats across the board. So I'll catch you in a second. Right guys, I'm very excited to bring you the news that we've had an offer accepted by Fiorentina for the services of Federico Chiesa. As you know, I was looking for a right midfielder, and I've tried to coerce, and I've looked at Dembele, Ousmane Dembele. I looked at Sancho as well. To someone else as well, but they're all asking for way too much. But I've got an offer accepted for overall a figure of 60 million, 35 million up front, and then add-ons with like games played and installments, and then I've managed to throw Jones in there. So the total values come to 60 million anyway, so let's start the negotiations. Playing time, important player. Yeah, we'll go for important player because, I mean, realistically, he is. Alright, let's negotiate contract. 125 million, not bad. Not bad, not a bad place to start. Sell on fee percentage, remove that. This is all fine. 5 mil. Can we get you down to 100k? Oh, no we can't. Nope. $105k. Ooh, we're getting there, we're getting there. Finding his breaking point. There we go. A deal settled on 105k a week. 6 million signing on fee. Managed to get rid of that sell-on percentage. Agent fee for 475k. Not too bad. I forgot to mention in this deal that they've got a 20% sell-on fee. Fiorentina have up. So they'll be getting a bit of kickback. If I literally couldn't, it was non-negotiable. Well, he wanted 30%, but I managed to whittle him down to 20%, and it was non-negotiable. But there we go. Federico Chiesa will be certainly becoming a Manchester United legend, no doubt in my mind. Extremely pleased with that. Here we go. We can get the summary now. 35 million. 12.5 million in 3 installments. After 50 games, 12 million, so we won't have to pay that for a while. 20% percentage profit, from next sale. And Phil Jones, just to offload, because no one was buying them. I've had him, Matic, Rojo. The only player that's been getting any interest is Young, and he's got a few teams coming for him, so hopefully we'll be able to offload him. But I managed to offload Jones. Been a good servant for the team, but it's a time for a new era. So on that note, I'll see you when I've got some more news for you. Okay guys, just coming back quickly, just after, literally straight after the Chiesa deal. Guess what? The deal falls through. The deal for Federico Chiesa has collapsed because Phil Jones, who was due to move as part of the deal, has failed to agree personal terms. So I was kind of worried straight away that I wouldn't be able to have any contact with Chiesa, even though it was Jones that failed to agree terms. I thought I wouldn't be able to deal with him for a few weeks or a few months based on that. So I was worried that that deal was over, but I've managed to go straight in with another deal, replacing Jones with Rojo. They've agreed that, so we're just going to go through and try and get Rojo out as a player exchange, obviously with the exact same fees and everything. that was the same as the Jones deal. As you can see, Toby Alderweireld is delighted to have agreed terms with us. He fits the bill and the ability to fill a vacant role in the squad. He has revealed that he's looking forward to playing on a regular basis for Manchester United in the Europa League. A bit of a downgrade, but hopefully he'll only be in there for one season and we'll get him back into the Champions League. A fee of 25 million, 110k a week. Star player, which, I mean, I don't really want that many star players. I only really wanted Pogba, but I couldn't really get him down from star players, so I've had to agree with it. But him and Maguire are going to be playing a lot of games anyway, so I'll accept that. And this news, exciting, that Ashley Young has signed for Feyenoord, 2.1 million fee, with additional fees to make it up to 3.1. 600k after 50 games. He might not even play that, but either way, just got him off the books anyway. That's 120k off the books, so I've made then 10k back if you take into consideration that Alderweireld is 110k, so accept that. And we've got some news with Matic, 13 million from Evergrande, fee of 10 million. I know they've got money, so can I push them? Non-negotiable at 14 million, 750,000. Accept all offers of higher or equivalent. They get a little bit of kickback from that. Start negotiation with Chiesa. It's all going off again. Blaminic. Negotiate contract. 105. $6 million. No. Finalise the deal. Fingers crossed this one goes through. There we go, Alderweireld completes move to Manchester United. Fan reaction B-. That's a new feature. I forgot that was in it. Gives you a good indication of what the fans think. Pleased to sign a player of his calibre and importance. The squad is now overloaded with players who like to play out from their defensive third of the pitch. And then we've got Feyenoord to confirm Young capture. So I'll catch you hopefully when we've got our hands on Chiesa finally. Here we go, guys. Signing number 2, and we've got him. We've landed him finally. The Rojo deal fell through because he didn't want to move to Fiorentina. Couldn't agree personal terms. But as you can see, got rid of the player exchange and he accepted everything identical to what he had done in the 2 previous occasions. So Federica is moving to Manchester, 35.5 million fee, instalments of 12.5 over 3 instalments. After 50 league appearances, 12 million with a 20% of profit from next sale. It's going to be on 105k a week, which I'm pretty happy with. So yeah, let's accept that. And there's our second signing of the season, and more to follow. In regards to staff, I've got some quick news, so you don't miss out on anything. We've got a new assistant manager, Brian Klug. Look at this. A great improvement, no disrespect to Phelan, but judging player ability potential 17, man management 16. Look at these, working with youngsters 20, technical 17, tactical 17, mental 16, defending 17, attacking 18. Fantastic. He didn't really want to be my assistant manager, he wanted to be a director of football, but I just threw a load of cash at him. Oh no, he wanted to be head of youth development, sorry. But I threw a bit more cash at him, got him up to 10.5 thousand a week. And yeah, I managed to get his services. So where does that leave our staffing situation? Yeah, that's bumped us up nicely actually. Bloody hell. We're not as weak anymore. Just with signing him. I'm going to look to improve gradually. Regenerate the staffing situation. Like, we've got too many scouts and stuff. I want to get rid of them. I have more quality than quantity. Although we have got some quality scouts. Same with the physios and stuff. But that's just going to go as the contracts run out. I won't re-sign them, and then we'll bring in some new blood into the staff at Manchester United. Right. Let's see if we can manage to bring in one more deal. So I'll see you when I've got some news for you. Okay guys, right, just a quick one. I feel like we're chopping so much into, but there's loads of stuff going on. So Matic is set to sign for Guangzhou Evergrande, I'm guessing it's pronounced. So Matic has agreed terms with Guangzhou Evergrande and is excited to join them. Yeah, fee of 11 million, installments 3.8 million and over 2 installments, which is decent. I think it brings it up to, I think it was 14.7 million, so we'll accept that. We've just got this one through, which I don't get. I don't know who signed him. I guess it's my feeling who signed him. Don't know why. Don't know why he's on 2k a week, youngster. Ashley Charles, don't know anything about him. Let's have a look. Mike, what are you doing, mate? I'll put you in a position of power. And you're letting me down, but anyway. We've got a few extra things to catch up on actually. Haaland, Erling Haaland from Salzburg. Don't want to join. He wants to stay at Salzburg, so fair enough. That's where he's gonna stay. We've got a little cheeky signing, well, potential signing that is kind of a bit off the wall. Didn't expect it, so hopefully I'll bring that to you next if it all goes through. Fingers crossed. Anyway. Okay, guys, we're back, and as you can see, United finalise Cristante deal. Bryan Cristante is joining Manchester United for an initial fee of 20.5 million with 6 million after 50 games, and Marcos Rojo going the other way. Yeah, kind of an interesting one. I was just scouting, doing my scouting myself. Needed a deep line playmaker, and I just saw him, and then I was like, oh, I'll have a look at him. He's 24, so you'd get a few years out of him. He might not have reached his potential. And I had heard of the guy, to be fair, when he was like a youngster on the old FM. I think he might have been even a wonder kid at one point. So I seen him, and I looked at his stats. Deep line playmaker, passing 16, off the ball 16, composure 16, anticipation 16, balance 16. What vision? Nearly 15, technique and first touch. I mean, some of these could be a bit better, but when I compared him to what I had in that position, he was much better than anything I had anyway. Good trait, shoots with power, dictates tempo, arrives late in the opposition area, tries long range passing. So yeah, we've managed to offload Rojo the other way, which is good. Another one off the wage bill. Fan seem pleased with it, B-, same as Alderweireld, so I really can't grumble at that. He's close to full potential, but I don't really mind because we've got him relatively cheaply. So what's the sign? Auto number. Yep. And squad registration. Let's put him in. Confirm selection. Where that leaves us financially, I'm not too sure. I think we've run out of a budget, pretty much. Oh, we've got 30 mil. Have we? We got 30 mil to go? I feel as though we might have 30 mil to go, which will be good. yeah, so we've got 30 mil to go. I might have a look at bringing in a striker. With 30 mil, it kind of restricts the budget, so we might have to go for someone experienced, who's older, nearing the end, that we might be able to just get one season out of. But we shall see. I'll do my best and I'll get back to you if I manage to sign anyone else, or that might be it, and then I'll just do an outro and wrap up for you. As you can see, guys, the final signing of today's episode, we've managed to finalise the deal with Andrea Bellotti with a fee of £25 million, with an additional fee upon winning the Europa League of £3 million. He's on a 97k a week wage and wants to be a regular starter. Now, I feel like Bellotti is going to be the perfect signing for us. 25 million, very good for the quality of the player. I know this guy's good. I've never actually used him on Football Manager, but I know he's good. He scores a lot of goals in Football Manager through the years that I've noticed. I even talked about it in my previous season. Go check that series out with Sheffield United. Football Manager 19, a little plug there, but go watch that back, because even in that I spoke about Bellotti, because another team signed him in the Premier League, and I was talking about how he seems to score a lot of goals. Now let's click on him and have a look at his stats. Great finishing, great heading, determination, bravery, anticipation, off the ball, work rate. You know, this guy's going to be a beast. Now, in my tactic, we're playing an advanced forward now. He's a bit weaker in that because he lacks a bit of dribbling, and his first touch isn't the greatest. But I feel like he's going to be a clinical striker, the clinical striker that we need. We're going to create a lot of chances, and he's going to be able to finish them, and that's what we need at this point. I mean, his record for Torino is pretty damn good, and yeah, overall I'm really chuffed with the signings that I've made so far. So let's just go into transfer history. So let's have a look at the transfers that we've actually made. Federico Chiesa, 48 million fee, with add-ons to push it up to 60 million. Andrea Bellotti up from 25 million, add-ons to make it 28 million. Toby Alderweireld, 25 million. Brian Castante, 20.5 million, with 26.5. To rise to 26.5 for additional fees. Now, I'm pretty pleased with that, and I'm really excited for the start of next season. And let's have a look at that whilst we're here, because we're going to be coming back in episode 3 for the first 2 games of the Premier League season, which is at home against Southampton, and a big game in the first live comms against Arsenal away at the Emirates. Super excited to see how this team's going to perform. I'm really happy with the squad. I really feel like we've strengthened well, and we've bought really well as well. I mean, we've spent a lot of money. We've pretty much spent the 100 million that we had, but I feel as though, you know, we've managed to get some really quality players with that money. Really, four players that go straight into our starting 11 and improve our starting 11. So with that being said, like it if you liked today's episode, dislike it if you disliked it, comment if you want to comment on it, put in the comments what you think of all my transfers, subscribe if you're new, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in episode 3. Cheers, bye bye.